makes me want to have a bowl. And in the final headline then for you guys, today we have a student in UCC who was observed engaging in what they're describing as a drugs transaction. Again, I before I get into this, I'll just get into the headline for the story for you. So this was during Rag Week back in February 2020 when Gardaí observed a student involved in a drugs transaction and has now been convicted of having cocaine for sale and supply. So this was James Harney from County Tipperary, and this individual was never in trouble in his life and has now pleaded guilty to charges of possession of cocaine and having the drugs for purpose of sale and supply to others. His solicitor said the accused had never been in trouble before, had attended for urine analysis and had completely distanced himself from drugs. He said the supply element entailed him buying cocaine with money that he and his friends had chipped in together, and he would collect the drugs and it would be shared between himself and friends. The solicitor said the defendant was extremely anxious to avoid a conviction and was prepared to do anything for that to happen. Again, you know, emphasis there on the anything, you know what I mean? I'd say all it's short is a wink and a nudge there from the old solicitor to the judge in the courtroom when he's saying this. In other words, like, you know, my client probably comes from a well-to-do background, you know, that was probably the story as well, you know, probably from, I don't know, County Tipperary, let's just say, like high potential here, that he's coming from maybe a farming family that are well-to-do and have a good standing in the community, and they've all Fine Gael all their life, like, you know, I don't know what the background might be like. And again, apologies, James, for putting that to you, like, you know, I would hate to be associated with or being labelled a Fine Gael voter. Much worse than being labelled a drug dealer anyway, at least. So apologies there for that one, like, but you know what I mean, we're then getting at in this, like, that the solicitor is in there painting this picture as his client. He's never been in trouble before, he's doing well, he's in college, and this is just a minor slip up, judge, you know what I mean? Afford him an opportunity there and we'll do whatever is necessary. Unfortunately, the guy wasn't spared a conviction, as the solicitor was trying to get towards, you know, but instead he fined him gave him a €500 fine for the possession of the cocaine and a €750 fine for the sale and supply of the cocaine. No prison sentence was handed down at all in this instance. So again, unfortunate that this individual received the conviction, but again, it's quite a large amount of money after being fined to the person. If you're, again, not well-to-do, you probably wouldn't be coming up with this money and you'd be going to prison. Or most likely, you know, if you were already out there, let's say, you know, you were some young fella walking through Mayfield with a hoodie on, and again, the exact same story, you're just after picking up, you know, a bag of cocaine for you and your friends chipped in for it, and not the cops, man, that they're going to do you for it, like, because you have what they're valuing here is €688 worth of cocaine wrapped in 8 wraps. Like, that's, you know, that's straight up, like, man, you're going to get done for dealing, like, you're going to be locked up most likely, like, you're probably not going to be afforded the same opportunity that this individual was. So again, like, there's a bit of a two-tier system there that's going on. You know, that this person's probably maybe going to be easily able to pay off this fine. Maybe he might actually even appeal the convictions or something like that. Maybe the family are able to afford a better legal representations, barristers and whatnot, who'll get him off with it, like, but you know, it's sad to think that there's a student out there now who has this conviction, not only for drugs possession, but drug dealing also. That's a horrible thing to have as a young person going forward with your whole future ahead of you. This young person here, in this case, what age was he? Does it give his age? No, it doesn't give his age, but I would imagine, you know, maybe in his 20s, being a student here in UCC. Employability, prospects gone out the window, you know what I mean? I'm now competing for a job with other graduates who don't have this criminal conviction, and it's so recent as well, you know. This guy, you know, potential suicide victim soon. Who knows? Like, you know, the damage is going to be done now to this person's mental health because of this conviction. Their image, their self-image, you know, their view, their potential in life it's going to be so much more diminished because of this. And how does that serve our society any good? Where is the value for the taxpayers in this? how does it help us at all to have a person who's less employable in our society, you know, who's going to be a burden on the taxpayers then as a result of this, you know? Maybe he doesn't come from a well-to-do background. Maybe he's already after being a burden on the taxpayers, if you will, you know, benefiting off of backed education and SUSI grants and stuff like this. He's out there, do you know what I mean? Getting up early in the morning, as Leo would say. He's one of those people, you know, who's trying to do good for himself in life. And through no fault of his own, wanted to have a nice evening out with his buddies, like, you know, get an old bag of coke to help the party go into the early hours of the morning, like, and just, you know, gets caught, like, and now boom, whole future gone, job prospects, you know, it's just not there anymore. Why bother? Drop out of college, you know what, I'm gonna drop out of life altogether. Do you know, who knows where this could send a person, like, you know, if they're not strong-willed, if they're not strong-minded. Do you know, you don't know how weak a person is. Why was this person engaging in the drug use at the time anyway? Like, maybe it was covering up something else that was underlying now. And now this person's even more worse off, like, you know? Fucked up, like. So that's it, guys, for today. Nice one, everybody, for tuning in. And thanks very much there as well to Irish Hemp Harvest, who got in the old support of the show also, saying vibes surrounded with little purple stars. Or that was the little emoji that you sent in with it. It gives me a description of it here when it pops up on my site. So nice one for that, Irish Hemp Harvest. I actually have some Irish Hemp Harvest stuff here beside me at the moment. I got sent out a little gift pack from Irish Hemp Harvest, and I have to say I'm really blown away. But I had a lovely little message there as well, and I have created a video. I've done my little unboxing, as I said, so I'll get that uploaded there once I get it edited. Just haven't gotten around to doing it there yet, Irish Hemp Harvest. But thanks very much. I'll pop out some of the stuff. Yes. These I love these little pre-rolls from Irish Hemp Harvest. These were very nice, raw as well. So lovely stuff. I don't know if this tag is going to come up on screen. Special sauce, 17.5%. Nice stuff. Even got some old some pollen here. SC. 5 grams, some nice stuff. So yeah, nice one for that. Also got sent out some raws and some filter tips as well, some isolate. I'm interested in the isolate, all right. Well, not too big a fan of it. Like, I see the potential there for it in products and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of full spectrum, as you all know. So. John Finnegan, you have a drug problem, so we are all going to put you in jail. You will you will have access to more drugs than you can get in the streets. Yeah, that's so true. And not access to more drugs, but to less of a variety. So you've access to more harmful drugs, I would say, there in that. Much was my experience in prison here in Cork anyway. And the stuff they have in there, like, it's not good at all. Like, the boys will be smoking the spice and everything, like, you know. You'd be, you know, nah. And then the way they have to get it in there then as well. No, thanks. Marie McCloskey. The war on drugs creates crime along with jobs for multiple professionals involved in criminal justice system, rehabilitation, general healthcare, and so many more industries. We need crime to keep the system here in Ireland afloat. Legalising recreational drug use will cause less crime, which translates to even more unemployment than exists today. The only gateway cannabis is the gateway for the Gardaí to pick out the weak ones and get them to rat out their entire network. One by one, they sink each other, all too afraid to go to jail. I've seen it time and time again nationwide. The country's a joke. Yeah, we certainly have had a very fractured community out there. There's been very little community, I suppose, across Ireland in terms of cannabis, but there is efforts there now. I've seen lots of efforts within the last couple of years to unfracture that network, that community that's there, to really put the pieces together now, and for us all to unite. So, you know, I think this fear we had of one another is slowly going away. More and more people are more aware, more willing to trust one another now. Seeing, you know, the flourishing of a community that was once, you know, not really represented in Ireland at all. So long may that continue to happen. It makes me want to have a bowl.